Good morning. I'm Ben O'Hara-Byrne with your morning check brought to you by Bathfitter on Vancouver Island. Here's what you need to know to get started on this Friday, August the 23rd. Drivers in Greater Victoria will be waking up to some bad news this morning. We're seeing a pretty steep price jump at some gas stations today. It's up 9 cents to $1.41.9 for a liter of regular at several stations this morning. GasBuddy.com still shows several stations have not yet raised their prices if you're running low, and it's still way down from the record highs we saw back in the spring. An Oak Bay man charged with killing his two young daughters will be back on the stand in Vancouver this morning. Yesterday, Andrew Berry told the court that he was stabbed in the throat by an unidentified assailant in his apartment on Christmas Day 2017. He says when he came to, he found the girls dead. Berry is accused of second-degree murder in the deaths of Aubrey and Chloe. The prosecution argues he killed his daughters before trying to commit suicide.
The time has come in our life that we have moved on from that situation.
Well, the parents of murdered teen Rena Verk have been notified that her killer has been granted extended day parole and overnight leave by the Parole Board of Canada. Kelly Ellard, who now goes by the name Carrie Sim, was convicted of second-degree murder for the 1997 killing of 14-year-old Verk in Saanich. The 37-year-old, now a mother, is allowed to stay outside of custody overnight. Well, the Canadian consulate in Hong Kong has ordered its staff not to leave the city to conduct any official business, not even in mainland China. The travel restrictions come after Beijing confirmed this week that an employee of the British consulate in Hong Kong was detained on a, quote, public order violation during a visit to nearby Shenzhen. Hong Kong has been gripped by pro-democracy protests for nearly 3 months now. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is headed to the G7 summit in France, and as he leaves, European leaders want to put the fires in the Amazon rainforest on the summit's agenda. French President Emmanuel Macron calls it an international crisis. The Amazon rainforest contains 1/10 of the world's species.
Fraser sockeye returns this year look to be very low.
And a new report from the Department of Fisheries and Oceans paints a clear picture of the impact of climate change on Pacific salmon. It says the past 5 years are the warmest on record. As a result, the temperature of the Pacific Ocean is heating up with devastating consequences for salmon populations up and down the West Coast.
What?
Well, an amazing encounter in the waters near Ucluelet caught on video as a man tried reeling in a salmon. David Schofield says he had what he thought would be about a 25-pound salmon on Monday afternoon, but a big chunk of it was bitten off by a blue shark. He estimated it was up to 8 feet long. Schofield says he's had seals take his catches before, but never a shark. In sports, the Shamrocks take a 2-1 lead in their best-of-7 Western Lacrosse League final to Maple Ridge tonight to face the Burrards. And the NFL was on display in Winnipeg last night, and it was a strange one. The Packers and the Raiders played on an 80-yard field because of safety concerns regarding patches of turf in the end zones. Seeing a touchdown scored at the 10-yard line was a new experience for all. Of course, Oakland beat Green Bay 22-21. And you can file this under bad ideas. A man was stopped riding a scooter down a busy interstate highway in Tennessee this week. He told the officer that pulled him over that he was from out of town and he was trying to get to the airport. Cheaper than a taxi, obviously, but clearly dangerous. The officer loaded the scooter up and gave the man a lift instead. Cooling off today at a 30% chance of showers on the South Island, a 40 to 60% chance on the Mid-Island and on the West Coast today, and rain on the North Island. And there are your Friday highs. Well, we always love to know where you're watching from. Don't forget to like and share the CHEK Facebook page. That's been your Morning Check on this Friday, brought to you by Bathfitter. I'm Ben O'Hara-Byrne.